stops him in his tracks, and he starts talking about the Bible. He starts going into, how we don't send. God doesn't send us to hell. We send ourselves to hell. Blah blah blah. And the professor goes, well, you certainly remember a lot from Sunday school. He goes, learn it. I teach it, motherfucker. So
that was cool.
I don't know. I can't do it. I haven't seen that in a while. So
I can't do it. Oh, Dave.
I'm kind of sick right now. So what?
What are you?
What am I?
Is your family
What do you
Catholic, or are you Protestant, or
Catholic?
Catholic. Oh, gotcha.
Indeed.
How about that Pope?
Actually, when we put up that 35-minute conversation that Josie and I had, we talk all about religion.
Oh yeah, we should probably get into that. We tell what that's about. Yeah, Josie and my girlfriend and Dave were having a conversation right before the show, immediately before, for like 45 minutes, completely on religion. And little did they know that while they were talking, they accidentally hit the record button, and the entire conversation was recorded. So I think I'm actually going to post it up onto YouTube for everyone to hear. Because it could be interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty unedited, so.
Unedited.
A lot of stuff
in there you don't want people to hear?
Oh,
I don't know. I'd have to listen to it.
well,
Maybe? Okay.
I think I actually talked about,
What's she saying? Hello?
Hello, I'm sorry. Josie's saying something. She's saying that in the conversation that you guys had, you were talking about something that she doesn't want to go on the air, and she started telling me what the thing that she was talking about to go on air. I'm trying to point saying the mic is on, don't say it.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean... Yeah, I mean,
Okay, so maybe I won't put it on. We'll see.
Oh,
Maybe I'll edit it out.
Well, yeah, we'll have to listen to it.
We'll see.
You'll have to send me the video, the audio.
And I'm loading up. By the way, I'm loading up last week's show. I haven't uploaded yet right now. So anyway,
But yeah, no. I mean, we talked about. I don't know. Josie was talking about how, and this isn't anything she didn't want to go on. I don't think, but she was just talking about how different people have actually come up to her and talked about, God and religion, and have you ever heard of the Bible? Have you ever read it? That kind of deal. And I was telling her, no one's ever done that to me. I haven't had one person come to me asking me, are you Mormon? Are you Catholic? Blah blah blah. Here's some literature. Why don't you read up on this? I've had no one come up to me to kind of sell their religion.
I've had people do that to me. I had it happen to me probably 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like them to come in and sit down. We'll have coffee, and I want to hear what they have to say. I think that's kind of funny and kind of.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm just like, I'm not interested, Except for one time they said, the guy comes up, he's like, hey, can I ask you a question? And I was like, sure. And he said, do you believe in God? And I said, which God? He said,
Thor.
He said, how many gods are there? I said, there's a lot of them. And I was like, no, I'm not interested. And I just kept walking. But,
yeah.
Yeah, then we had Mormons come up and ask if we were praying that one time we were in cab. We were like, it was crazy because we were in a cabin in the middle of the woods, in Maine, on summer vacation, me and Josie, and the Mormons found us, and we were knocking on our door the next day we showed up, and asking us if we prayed. So,
yeah.
Yeah. You ever feel the urge to convert people, Dave?
No, not at all. Why?
I'm just wondering.
No, I believe it's a
personal.
I believe.
Go ahead.
I believe it's a personal matter. I mean, if you believe, you can believe whatever you want. I'm not there to convert anybody. I don't really care. And I was telling Josie that that's the biggest problem I have with conservatism today, is that it seems as though if I disagree with abortion or euthanasia or anything like that, it's because Jesus said I have to, and I completely disagree with that notion. I hate that notion. I think it's ridiculous. I understand that some people.
Bill Maher made a good point about the whole abortion issue, is that they could make a pretty good argument for it if it wasn't for the religion factor. Like you said, it's probably something
Right.
I even agree with if it just wasn't for the fact that religion was the main, thing that they swing at you every time it comes up.
That's my problem. Like when I have debated, I never bring up the Bible because I don't believe that that's good bargaining chips. I don't think that it's good debating chips, I should say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because it's so personal because it's a faith. I mean, and faith isn't logic. It's not logical to think that there's a invisible man up in the sky. It's all based on faith.
George
So when you bring that into politics, you really can't go anywhere with that. And that, I mean, I don't know. I think that's the necessary evil. I guess the right that conservatives have is having the religious right, with you. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why John McCain didn't do too well was that he didn't have the religious right.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It's okay.
Kind of on his back like they have in the past. So, but like I said, it's a completely
Was that you?
personal thing. I don't. No, it's not me.
You hear that?
Yeah, I
Something
hear
like
it.
it. Is that you? We giggle into?
What happened?
Hearing fuzz, is that you?
Fuzz.
Yeah. You hear that, Dave?
I hear no fuzz.
No, it's gone. Okay, never mind. It's gone now. Anyway, what were we talking about here? Religion. I had a girlfriend when I was a freshman year in high school who is sort of my sister now, so it's kind of weird. But she was really religious at the time. Now she's agnostic though. But I remember when we were dating. She once sent me this email, which is this story about there was this boy who was a good kid all his life, but he never prayed. And one day he died and went to heaven and met Jesus, and Jesus turned his back on him and said, "Because you never loved me, I will not love you now," and sent him straight to hell. And he's like, "I'm sending this."
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, "I'm sending this to you to warn you because I care about you," all that stuff. And she said the church she used to go to had they had this whole thing where maybe it wasn't her church, maybe it was just something she knew about, but it was like they'd have these girls go out and date people in their high school, the kids in high school, and convert them, and then dump them, and then go on to the next person and date them and convert them and dump them, and kind of do that sort of thing. It's I forgot what it was called, dating for God or something like that. And it was yeah. And apparently there was this website where it would have all these lines to use to try to convert your boyfriend, which is he'd be like, "I love you," and your response would be "You know who loves you? Jesus. That's why he died on the cross."
Yeah, no, I mean I was watching that documentary on abortion, Lake of Fire, and the biggest problem I had with it was that when they did, both sides, the whole pro-life side was basically the religious argument, and I hate that. I don't know. I think there's a lot better examples that you could use when it comes to that argument. That's not just well, it says in the Bible, blah blah blah. I can't stand that because I'm one to believe that. I'm one to believe that God, He created Earth, all that, and He just let it go. You know what I mean? So when people say to me, "Well, how can you believe when there's all this violence in the world and unemployment sky high, that kind of deal?" I said, "Well, it depends on what you believe with free will. I mean, if He created free will, why would He get involved with anything? But
it's in Bruce,
I mean, that's just
Mike,
my
can't
argument,
mess
I
with
guess.
free will.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Do you believe in evolution?
I guess that's my. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Do you?
I think they're.
What was I going to say?
What is this?
I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm just drilling you now.
No, no, that's
I'm sorry.
fine. I think that. No, that's fine because I think that evolution and religion can go together. Why, if God, if God is an all-knowing being, if He created the world, why wouldn't He have created the likes of such an intelligent animal that it would adapt over time?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really understand the.
I guess my
the
feeling
whole
about the whole
evolution's
whole creation of the world stuff, it seems like it seems very Earth-centric to me.